Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Sticklend. In less than a month, the speed limit on North Dakota's interstates will be increasing. Earlier this year, state lawmakers approved raising the speed limit on I-29 and I-94 from 78 to 80 miles an hour. So that means starting on August 1st, the law does take effect. The Department of Transportation workers will spend about 3 weeks replacing the speed limit signs starting August 4th. Lieutenant Jenna Clausen-Hubright with the North Dakota Highway Patrol says with the faster drivers comes more concerns about the mishaps on the highway.
What we want to remind motorists of is that this 80 miles per hour is a speed limit. It's a maximum. It's not a goal. It's not, you don't have to drive 80 if you're not comfortable driving 80. You can drive slower than that. We do want you to move over into that right lane if you are driving slower than the posted speed limit.
She also says a higher speed limit mixed with distracted drivers can cause more collisions. She recommends for your safety, watch out for distracted drivers and leave a bigger following distance behind vehicles to give you more time to brake. Well, it's a fun way to learn about the history of our state capitol and our state. So tours on the state capitol grounds will be taking place on the first Monday of the month for the next couple of months. It's a fun and educational activity for anyone, North Dakota natives, history lovers, and visitors. Cindy Solberg, the lead tour guide at the state capitol, says the tour is accessible to everyone.
And we see some of our statues. We also walk the loop, which is about 3/4 of a mile. And it's all accessible. Strollers are welcome, people are welcome, pets are welcome.
She says even if you are a North Dakota native, you still might learn something you didn't quite know before. So it looks like fun there. Well, if a tree is in your yard and it's dangerous or infected with something like Dutch elm or emerald ash borer, you're responsible for getting it trimmed or taken down. So property owners in Mandan used to have 20 days to fix the problem, but recently that has changed to 14 days. So depending on the size of the tree, the cost to cut it down could start at $2,000. Now, if residents can't afford that up front, the city says they will cover the removal cost and the homeowner will have to pay, or have 5 years to pay it back interest-free. Officials say it's not about hitting homeowners with a big bill. It's about stopping invasive pests before they wipe out entire blocks of trees.
Just to keep the town safe. Obviously, we don't want trees falling over into the street, onto cars, onto people, anything like that, any imminent danger, blocking crossings or blocking where people cannot see. That's one of our biggest things, is just the safety of the town.
And it's, of course, it's not just about the infected trees. Under Mandan City Code, if you've got a tree or shrub that sticks out over a sidewalk or street and gets in the way of cars or people, it's the homeowner's job to keep it trimmed. That includes anything in a boulevard or the right-of-way and anything hanging lower than 14 feet over a street. So for more information about the tree removals, head to our website. That is kxnet.com. Let's check in with Andre now for the weather.
Well, thank you so much, Chance. And we are continuing to see those foggy conditions here in the Rugby area. Looking at our current road cam, covered with fog, and the visibility is at 0 miles. The temperature at 47 degrees. And let's head over to Garrison, where you really can't see anything right now because we're also seeing rough visibilities at 0 miles, and the temperature here is at 53 degrees. Now, as we head over into our visibilities right now, our visibilities are looking quite rough in our northern areas, including here in the Magic City. They're in Stanley, also there in Crosby and Mulhall. They are under 2 miles right now, folks, so you gotta be careful when traveling this morning. And for this very reason, we do have that dense fog advisory in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. So slow and steady wins the race. Do that this morning. Go slow and also have those lights on for sure. Now, looking at our fog forecast, this is about right now, and this is where we are continuing to see those foggy conditions in our north and eastern areas, right? But once we get into around 9 o'clock, that's where those conditions will start to improve in our north and western areas, and it's going to be continuing to improve once we get into our south and eastern areas by the time we get into 11 o'clock, and that is when all the fog is going to be pretty much out of here, and we will be seeing mainly sunny conditions throughout the rest of the day today. So if you got any plans, you should be good to go. Now, looking at our current temperatures right now, our temperatures are mainly in the 40s and the 50s, and it's going to continue to increase throughout the rest of the day. But first, we are seeing cooler temperatures of what we were seeing this time yesterday, about 5 to 15 degrees cooler than Monday morning at this time. And throughout the rest of the day, we're going to start those temperatures out in around the 40s and 50s, right? But once we get into lunchtime, we will see those temperatures increase into the 70s. So it's going to be feeling pretty good to eat lunch outdoors today. And once we get into our afternoon hours, it's time to go to the pool because temperatures will mainly be in the 80s during this period of time. And as we head into the overnight hours, we will see those temperatures drop down into the 60s. So guess what? That air conditioner is going to continue to roar overnight, and I have mine already on, so it's best that you have yours on too. Now, once we get into our Wednesday, we're going to see those temperatures increase into the 90s, and I would not be surprised to see a few triple digits in our extreme western areas, and that's going to help kick up the chances of some strong to severe storm possibilities on Wednesday, where we could see a marginal chance of severe weather, and that is where we could see some damaging winds and hail. So that's something we're going to be paying close attention to, and the main timing will be in the afternoon and evening hours. So make sure you have that KX Storm Team app on hand. And on our Thursday, temperatures will remain in the 90s for the most part, with a few places dropping down into the 80s, and we can also see the chances of some strong to severe storms for our Thursday, where that marginal risk does reside, and that is where we could see more damaging wind and hail potential. Now, looking here in Williston, we're going to see those temperatures drop down, however, into the 80s on Thursday and then into the 70s on Friday, with those rain chances starting to go on down, and then we'll see it increasing as we head into our Saturday with those mainly sunny conditions by our Saturday. And that same thing goes for the Dickinson area with low 70s, however, once we get into our Friday, and then low 80s as we head into our Saturday. Now, looking here in the Minot area, we will be seeing temperatures in the 80s today, then 90s tomorrow into our Thursday with those thunderstorm chances, and then 70s on Friday with thunderstorm chances going down, and then 80s as we head into the weekend and into early next week. And that same thing goes for the capital city too, with low 70s by Friday. So Chance will be watching for the heat and storms over the next few days.
Andre, thanks for the quick weather update. All right, for everyone here at KX News, I'm Chance Sticklend. Have a great day.